Good morning. Hello, my friends. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's Saturday. It is March. Can you believe it? We are in the third month of 2025. My gosh, right? Okay. Life. Wow, right? Wow. Go on. You know what to do. If you are new here, let us know. Hello, where you're chiming in from in this beautiful world. If you're here catching the live, hashtag live. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. Feel free to participate in all the comments. Okay. In this video, I'm going to be, kicking off or wrapping up our first week in the monthly challenge. I've been kind of teasing this, like actually for years, and I finally did it, guys. Where I'm actually bringing more of you guys and helping you with like small little habits, small little goals to better improve yourself, your health, just your overall well-being, right? If anything I've learned through this 6 years on YouTube, 10 years on socials, is that y'all love this energy, y'all find me very inspiring, and as much as I love that and I honor it and I am blessed that God has given me all these gifts, it's like, but how can I help you more? How can I help you more? How can I take it further than just the bag, right? And so I was like, ding, 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 ding. Okay, Lord, I am listening to you. Let's create a community of help, like habit heroes. I don't know. I'm still thinking about like what a name. You guys know I love my names. Always a bag babe, right? Okay, as you guys are coming in, I see Stephanie. Good morning, Stephanie, all the way from Indiana. Carla, good morning, all the way from Pennsylvania. Carla, how's the new baby going along? I mean, the baby's a couple months old, right? So, how's it going? Ryan, good morning. All right, guys. As I chit chat, let's go ahead, grab your first glass. Hopefully, it's not your first glass of water today. Go grab a glass. If you have it at your bedside, go ahead and grab it. We're going to be talking about a little bit. I keep pausing, so I apologize. I don't know what it is. I gotta recheck with my internet. Also, do your daily wins. I mean, daily wins. But what are your wins this week? Okay, today for March already. Thank you guys. 6 people, 5 likes. I'm probably the sixth person. Oh, there's 10 people now. Let me go ahead and like my own video. I tell y'all, I always have to set myself as an example, right? With the kids, like the older kids are like the model students. We are model adults in our kids' lives because I went on the morning. Your connection is unstable. Please, while we are reconnecting. Okay, but tell me, you can still hear me. Okay, see, how are you? Good morning, Susie Q. I got your message. I'm going to be reading it after this live. I got the 31. Okay, so thank you so much for doing that correctly. Lori, good morning from Michigan. I'll be sending your stuff out too. She says it's a sunny day here, although it is cold. At least the sun is shining. Amen. Also, with the sun, don't forget we are changing our times this weekend. Time change, right? It's this weekend, right? If I verify. Yes, daylight savings time is actually tonight. Okay, friends, tonight. Okay. So make sure thankfully we're in the digital world where it kind of does it for you, but I remember back in the day pre iPhones and pre-internet, we had to manually do that, right? So I can't tell if you're freezing or my Wi-Fi is dropping. Stephanie, it's me. It's my Wi-Fi, so I apologize. But we're gonna make this work, okay? It's my Wi-Fi. So your Wi-Fi is all good. It's my Wi-Fi. Laura says she does not like it when she changes times. I know it's definitely like a little bit of a you know um an adjustment. All right. So any wins? Let's know what the wins. While y'all 12 y'all grab your water, let's go ahead and take a couple sips here. And I'm going to talk about how something simple as water is self-love, self-care. It is often overlooked because it's so easy to overlook it, right? Because it's like such an essential part of life. It's everywhere that we tend to overlook. Like, yeah, we need to drink. So let's drink some water. Go ahead right now. I'm going to highlight a few things on this week. right? 75% of people, of adults, are chronically dehydrated and they don't know it, right? 75%. Girls and gentlemen, now I can do that. Let's change that, right? Let's be part of the 25% that stay hydrated, okay? In March, in the community, if you want the community's comment, join, and I'll bring you on in. Most of you guys, I'm friends with you on social, so I'll bring you on in. Um, is Our goal for the month of March is trying to help you guys reach at 64 ounces, right? 64 is the very minimum. That's 8 glasses, right? When we're growing up, drink that 8 glasses of water. But ideally, you need to drink half your weight in ounces, right? So for me, I'm 140 and I'm working on that, right? Because, we gained some weight last year. I'm totally okay. So if I'm 140, half of that is 70. So I need to be 70, drink 70 ounces of water. Okay. Don't exceed more than 100 though. Um, because then you'll be too hydrated, and that is also a problem because then the electrolytes in your body is really diluted and it can't do its thing. So minimum 64, max 100. So let me know in the comments, drop in the comments below, if 60 comment 64, if 64 is your minimum that you're going to try, or if you want to level up and you're like, you know what, Rochelle, I'm not even reaching my personal goal of 70. Drop 70 down below if that's something you're doing. Just drop like some ounces of what you are trying to achieve or what you should be drinking. So I would be drinking 70. Like I need to get to 70, right? So drop it in the comments, okay? Lori says, "Good morning from Minnesota. I started going to bed earlier so I could wake up earlier for the win." Amen. That is a win, right? Um, Susie's like, "Oh, what this new generation and the future are missing out on, changing clocks, landline phones, having to get up to change the one TV in the house." Amen, sister, right? What else is oh, commercials, right? Things like the commercials. I think commercials kind of taught us patience, right? Either patience or like multitasking, right? It's like, oh, I'll go do it. I'll go to the bathroom while it's a commercial. I'll go do this while it's a commercial. If not, we're sitting there and being patient to continue to watch the show, right? Um, Good morning, Callie. Callie, guess this. This was one of Callie's gifts to me. Now I get to use it. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm wrapping up this week's wins. I think I'm going to do that. So on Saturdays, we'll be wrapping up all the videos and the tips that I share throughout socials over the week. And then so March we're doing water. Next month we're doing a minimum of 10 minutes of movement. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Lori says 70 is what they say I'm supposed to drink. I generally get more than that though. Awesome. Okay, nothing more than 100 though. Okay. Again, wins. Drop them in the wins. Carla's baby's 4 months old. That's a win, right? God, that time flies. It's really amazing. Um, that's right, Kelly. Fill your water bottle up right now. Okay. So chronically dehydrated, 75% of adults, right? That's a huge staggering number. And it's like I said, it's really easy to fall into one of that category just because we lead busy lives, right? I know what busy is. Mom, I'm a nurse working. I'm a, like, I do my businesses. Well, no, business, Rochelle. Taking it back, right? And what I simplified from last year. I'm only doing one business and nursing, the two incomes that bring me the most money. So it's easy to like move this to the side because life just gets in the way. But we need to equate that drinking water is a form of self love, right? If you need to like name this, if you need to see as an adult, if you whatever you need to do to change your perspective, that drinking water is taking care of yourself. Because you guys heard the phrase, drink. You cannot pour from an empty cup, right? That is literally and figuratively, right? How can we serve our family? Like my patients I care for, my husband, you guys, if I'm drained, okay, like emotionally, like intellectually, mentally, but also how can I do that if I'm like dehydrated as well? Like I could tell, like right now, I have cotton mouth, right? So I challenge you to change your perspective on water, your relationship with water, and I'm actually giving you permission to say, you know what, I need to take a moment to prioritize me. Let me take a sip of water, okay? Because I want to take care of me. And I really am pushing the envelope, pushing the boundaries when it comes to you and prioritizing you, because we live in a society where, I mean, maybe it might be just me, but I feel like we live in a society, or as a societal norm, where we don't put ourselves first, and that it's okay. It's accepted to put everybody's needs in front of ours. Give me an amen if you know what I'm talking about, right? Or if you feel that. Amen. Give me a one down in the comments, right? So uh when I drink water, I'm serving myself. Okay? I'm literally serving myself. And to take better care of myself, because our bodies is 70% water, right? Um, and without it, it can't function. It literally every system. Okay, I'm bringing you guys back to grammar school. Name a system if you want to. And every system in your body relies on water. Okay, so there's there's evidence out there. You can go what 3 weeks without food. Okay, let's say I don't know about 3 weeks, but you can go several days without food. Maybe more than a week, right? Because we have those reserves, right? Um, but you can only last 3 days without water, right? 3 days. So that's how important water is. If you want to, if you need that to hear that, to continue to drink water. So you got your, your cardiovascular. You need water. You need the water to pump the blood around. Your integumentary, your skin, right? Um, I'm going to go into signs of how you know you're dehydrated or you need water. And if you feel free to chime in if you know some, right? So, like when I was talking about the skin, dry skin, sign of dehydration, right? If you're lethargic, or meaning like tired, icky, like just barely getting, low energy, again, that could be your cardiovascular, right? Your blood is not pumping enough water to nourish and pump all that fluid everywhere to get you that energy, to get you that stamina, to get you that the feeling of going. Um, what? See, I need some water right now. Digestive. That's the mouth, right? You need water in your stomach, because when you eat that food, your stomach does this churning, and it needs to move things around, right? And if you're dehydrated, guess what? You're going to get backed up. And when I say backed up, I am talking about number two. Okay. Constipation is a sign of whatchamacallit. Sorry, friend. Let me see here. If you pick your skin on your hand and it stays up where you pinched it, you're dehydrated. Yeah, and that's called taunting or totting, right? Totting. It's like carabiner, tomato. So I was reading Lori's comment as it was coming in. Digestive system. If you're backed up, you're probably dehydrated. Okay. What else is there in terms of all the system? Respiratory, meaning you're breathing. When so most of us are mouth breathers at night. You get that dry mouth, right? The mucus, again, in the enzymes, you need some, your saliva needs moisture, your tears, your sweat, all that is water. So these are the tips that I shared throughout the week. And again, if you have anything, feel free to chime on in, right? So one things first is I always leave a water bottle of some sort at my bedside, ready, prepared, so that every time I wake up, I have this new mantra, which I'm going to share with you momentarily. And I've tried it this week, and it's really good, right? um it's ready for me for the next day, right? So it's right there at the bedside. I wake up, turn off my alarm, and I praise Lord, right? I say, Lord, universe, whatever you believe in up above, right? Show me my gifts today. Show me how good today can be. I'm excited to experience and receive all the blessings and the lessons today. And then I also talk to my mom, like, okay, mom, today's gonna be great. I can't wait to see you today through your signs. And mom, like, I promise, show me how how great today's going to be. When I start my days, when I've been starting my days off like that, I mean my mornings off like that, it like triggers in my mind that I'm purposely looking for blessings, right? Throughout the day. Blessings, wins, whatever. So Lord, show me my wins today. I can't wait to see them. Then I sit up, grab my water. Okay, not this one specifically, but I have 16 ounces. It's a slender one. And I drink a minimum of 16 ounces. Okay. You could start off with 8. You could start off with like a good swig, whatever you are, as long as you're getting that water, because I want to get my body going for the day. Okay. Water, and then you get at least two glasses in the morning. So that's one of my hacks. Okay. Um, Susie Q says, I drink lots of water. We are so blessed to have water available. I pray for others daily to have clean water, food, safe place to be. Yes. Amen, sister. Right. Because again, it's something water is easily overlooked. Another tip I do is you want to drink water, like link a habit with a habit. Okay. What I mean by this is, let's say every time you look at your phone, take a sip, right? Take a sip. Habit with the habit. Every time you're about to sit down to eat, drink a full glass of water, 8 to 16 ounces. I guarantee if you want a simple way to help you lose weight or, get into a healthier shape of yourself, drink a whole glass of water before any meal, right? A habit. I'm about to eat. Every time you eat, drink a whole glass, because it's going to make you full faster. And not only that, but because there's water in your stomach, you're not going to eat as much. Okay. That's another idea, right? A habit with a habit. So what's something, share with me, give me a 1 in the comments if you're like, I know a habit I can attach sipping water with, right? Um, because that's one way of like ensuring that it's gonna stick. So I'm highly encouraging, before you drink the cup of coffee, you know, drink your water first, okay? And then another tip is, of course, I always have hydro jugs around with me, right? Stanley's, Owalas. Is that how you say it? I want to say Ottawalla. Ottawalla is the juice. Owala. Um, y'all are walking around with 2 3 things in your hand, and I love the fact that this is one of the trends that I do support, right? Is having one of these with you, right? I'm like this all the time. But having easy access, having water accessible to you will increase your chances of drinking it. Because if you're thirsty and you're like, I need some water, if you have to walk to the water fountain, to the water cooler, if you have to pull over and get some water through the drive-through, if you have to get up from the couch to go get a cup and fill it, like those obstacles, like from what you need to the end game. So like right now I'm like, oh, I'm thirsty, I need water. If you there's too many steps, the chances of you like not succeeding and actually getting the water is, there's too many blocks. But if I know, like, I have my water in my purse or my water right here, when I say, oh my gosh, I'm thirsty, boom, like instantly I've solved my need. Lori says that she takes her water bottle to church with me whenever I go. So when she's in the car, driving the bus, going to church, amen, sister, right? There you go. Or speaking of back in the day, every time there's a commercial, take a sip of water, right? When there's a commercial, drink a sip of water. Laura says, I always have one by my bed or where I sit in the living room. Amen, sister. Okay, so that's another tip, right? Have one, be prepared with the water at the bedside. Drink it one day, 1 to 2. Also, have it easily accessible so that when you're ready for it, it's there. And be mindful of it, right? Habit with a habit. Every time I respond to a text, take a sip of water. Every time I take a break from responding emails, take a sip of water, right? Kelly says, one of my habits, the minute I take my last sip and my water bottle's empty, I fill it up again right away. Otherwise, time will pass and I'll never get there. Amen, sister. I love that. Another habit with the hydro jugs, this one is 64 ounces. So I know I need to drink at least one of these, right? Have a measuring tool. Know how much is in your hydro jug. You know, they make them all the way from 8 to, I've seen gallon ones. This guy, he's a bodybuilder, or he's not a bodybuilder, but he's a physique model. So water is very important. So he tugs around this huge water bottle with him to ensure that he drinks it throughout the shift, right? I love it. Like I've created like a hydration station. Nurses need a hydration station. At their unit. And so it's just like encouraging the use of the hydration station. Like I know which whose jug is who, right? So how many ounces is your water jug? I know this is 64 ounces and I know this is my very minimum, right? But you know, I'm also leveling up with the Kangen water. So in the mornings, I will fill this up with a whole Kangen water, so that when I go to work, I constantly am drinking my Kangen water. So that's another way to level it up. Okay, these are all also fun ones. Speaking of which, sometimes you guys need cues. I got this on Amazon, right? Glass. We're staying away from plastic. More to come. Do not do the. I mean, I know some of us are still there, but I'm encouraging you to be like more mindful in terms of the plastic, because those water bottles, yes, yes, we get them, but there's like a ton of microplastics in there. So glass and metal is what I do. So if you need again, another tool, these ones is so much fun. I'll drop my Amazon, where I got this on Amazon. But also, again, it's timed 9 a.m. Get started. Remember your goal. Keep going. Don't give up. Almost there. You did it. Okay. 64 ounces right here. Okay. If this is too big to lug around, there's I got solutions, friends. I got solutions. Another glass one. This one is only how much is in here? This one's only 30 ounces. Is it 30? I thought it was more than that. Okay, we'll say 30. We could do 34, so that or 32, right? So this one again, you know, get started. I love it because you need two of these. They have it in the morning and I'm sorry, like in the morning and the evening, right? 9 and 3, 10, keep going. So if you need that motivator, you did it, refill, you got it. And then on the other side, it's the ounces if you need the ounces, right? And that's another way, another tool for you to succeed. Lori says I prefer the stainless steel over the glass because the glass will not keep my water cold. Another tip, that's something that's important. Do you like cold water, or are you okay with any temperature water, right? Because the glass will not you know, keep it cold unless you put some ice in there, right? Um, Another tip, I know a lot of people cannot drink water because it has no taste. Surprise! You know, if that's you, give me a one. There's no shame here, right? We're all about a community. I'm going to give you some tips on how to overdo that. Um, because believe me, as a nurse, I've heard it all. Like, hey, man, you need more water. That's why I'm pumping all these fluids in your IV because you're that dehydrated. And I like my mom was one of them. She did not like water because it had no taste, right? So she was always drinking juice. She was a juice person. Yeah, cranberry juice was her thing. Growing up, we did do the orange juice. Like water, drinking water wasn't very like something that was encouraged. I guess you can say that. But as an adult, I saw her drink more water, but it wasn't very much, right? So some things you can do. Yes, yes, Colleen. There are electrolytes in. You do need electrolytes in the water, but I encourage you to eat your electrolytes, right? So when it comes to like potassium, magnesium, calcium, and all that stuff, those things are naturally in the foods that we eat if we're eating a well balanced meal, right? So what I was saying with the water, if it's too boring because it doesn't taste good, which is okay, you can buy things that have infusers, right? This one also, some people need to drink. Are you a straw person or are you a sipper? Again, these little things matter. I cannot drink water through a straw for some reason. I find it more refreshing when I sip it. So I love that they like companies give us like options, you know. Um This one has like the sipper, but a straw, but I prefer to just undo it and just sip it, right? So Kelly says, she said, I add electrolytes to my first 40 ounces and then plain 40 ounce after. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, my nurse buddy. So in terms of taste, right? If you're a soda drinker, if you're a juice drinker, okay, today is day one, right? One of the tips that I like to use or I like to share is, whenever you drink juice or if you drink water, let's start diluting it. Okay. Let's not dilute it to the point where you're like, oh gosh, this is like so doesn't taste like juice anymore. Because if you're not going to like it, you're not going to do it. So if you have a glass of 8 ounces, maybe 7 ounce water, 1 ounce, 1 ounce water, 7 ounces juice, right? Try that for a day or two or three. Then progress. We'll do 2 ounces water, 6 ounces juice. And I guarantee eventually you're gonna get your taste buds are gonna change and you're gonna start appreciating water, right? Denise, hi Denise, how are you? Another nurse friend. Let's see. I will drink 20 ounces mug of hot water with lemon throughout the morning and have plain water the rest of the day. Again, another way. Speaking of lemons, so that's one way to wean yourself off of soda and juice, right? And if you are like a soda drinker and you know how many sodas you drink, there's some people that drink like 3 Cokes a day. Let's just say that. That's okay. Maybe start drinking only 2 Cokes a day or two and a half. Then, take it down to two. Then take it down to one and a half. Then take it down to one and then take it down to half. And then eventually you won't need that Coke anymore. Or if you do have that Coke because, you need it, reserve Wednesday evenings with dinner. That's when I'm going to have my one can of Coke, right? That way it's purposeful. And not only that, you will truly enjoy it. And it's not just like a bad like habit, right? I hope that makes sense. Yes, friend. Denise, give me any tips on how to help people stay hydrated, or some of the tips you share with your patients on how to drink more water. Right. I'm going over taste right now. A lot of people don't like water because of the taste, and there's a bunch of ways that you can add to it. Um, but just be mindful of the stuff that you add to it. Like Crystal Light is a good Crystal Light. Okay, that's an original. That's a back in the day brand, right? I want to say their I have to scan it. I want to say their stuff is good in terms of like chemicals and toxicity, right? But just be mindful of like read the label because chances are they're just adding sugar to it. So it's just like I'm trying to get off of drinking juice and soda, but I'm replacing it with something that is just as much sugary, right? Add lemon. Coke is my coffee in the morning. See, again, Colleen said my mother's doctor told her that soda leaches out the vitamins from our bones. Yes, it does. It really does. I know you've seen the experiments like the Coke. Honestly, if you take a glass of Coke, like they say you can remove rust with Coke. If you leave something in there with the Coke, um, you'll see it deteriorate like quickly because there's just so much stuff in there. So with the taste, let's talk about taste. Lemon. Some of the things is we call that infusing, right? Some bottles have that little like column in the big in the at the bottom. This one you can actually put the fruits in here, and then this one like kind of uh, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean? So only water comes out, not the whole fruit. But um, it's not shreds, it's not crates, it's strains. There it is. All right, it strains the water. So my favorite combinations that I love to suggest is lemon and mint, right? Lemon and mint if you wanting the refreshing, because with those two, you're also adding oxidant. You're doing something good in your body. Let me see here. I am. Where is it? I talked about it in one of the other ones. I think lemon and mint. Lemon and mint. Lemon and mint is good refreshing. Hold on, I have my my little cheat sheet here when I was talking about it. lemon and mint. I think that was on Tuesday. I did that. Tuesday, hydration. Where am I? Lemon and mint. Okay, so lemon and mint. One is great for it's great for digestion and energy. Okay, that's why mint is very it's like a, that mood lifter, right? Um, oh, Denise, cucumber and pineapple, right? That's a good one. Colleen says yes. Also use Coke to clean your toilet. Okay, that says a lot. Stephanie says I can't have drinks with artificial sweeteners, so mostly I drink water, but definitely not as much as I need. Yes, artificial sweetener. I'm very sensitive to it. One, it's not good for you because it's artificial. Let's just start with that. Okay. Just the fact that our country, let's not get on that, puts that stuff out there, knowing that it causes cancer. Whatever. Okay, that's another show. But yeah, so try and stay away from artificial sweetener. That's why I'm showing these fruit from nature, right? Not only that, but because it's from nature, it also does. It's like a double bonus, right? Colleen says I have a tea strainer for my loose tea. I read that there are microplastics in the tea bags. Yes, that is very true. You're putting the tea bags in something super hot, so under heat, what does plastic do? It does what it does. There are actually tea bags that are not made of plastic. So just look into that. I know there are tea bags that are made of plastic. Um, Another combo that I like is, like we said, cucumber and basil. Again, that's why we call this spa water. Make your spa water, girls. Whenever you go to those fancy hotels or some restaurants, they infuse that stuff, right? And there's a reason to it, not only for taste, but guess what? There's health benefits to it. So you're winning, right? So the cucumber and basil gives you that cooling and it's anti-inflammatory. Okay, anti-inflammatory. Don't get me started on that. Maybe I'll do a whole month on anti-inflammations in the foods, mainly sugar that makes like your joints ache. So if you have arthritis, if you have joint pain, swelling, surprise, what you put in your body can agitate those, right? Another one I like in terms of combos is berries and lime. So with the berries, you get the antioxidants, right? And then with the lime, you get that refreshing taste. So you're double winning when you drink your water and then you add, fruits to infuse it, right? A tip that I do is if you're going to infuse, like stick it in the refrigerator 2 or 4 hours. Maybe you need to do a rotation because that way the water the will pull out the flavors, right? A pro tip: do it the night before, right? Be intentional. Like, you know what? If I'm going to do one thing today to show myself that I'm going to set myself up for success tomorrow, I'm going to enjoy this refreshing water with infused fruits. Make your whole week if you want to do that, right? Let's start with that. Like, that's something doable. Okay. So infused water, again, give me your favorite combos in the chat because there's so many ways to infuse water. You can make your spa water. Okay. Spa water. Lori mentions that her husband, thank you for sharing this, usually could not drink plain water because he said that it would make his throat itch. Okay. That's okay. So he used to add like one flavor packet to a 30-ounce mug of water. He doesn't have to do that now, but he used to drink sweet tea when he would be traveling, but now he has been getting the flavored sparkling water with almost zero sugar. Amen. When he is traveling. Um, Oranges is another one, lemon and lime. There are different types of water. Believe me, I've become a water snob because I have the Kangen water now. Um, so we'll go into that maybe next week. But I just want to give you these tips on how to drink more, right? And don't forget, like if you're a fruit eater, you're getting hydration through that, right? Yes, it's not really measurable, but there is water in fruit. Again, I'm going to share some of the tips going forward. But like watermelon, tons of water in that. Cucumber, I want to say that's like 90% water in terms of the fruit, right? So not only you're hydrating yourself, but you're also getting the electrolytes and the nutrients in the vegetables, right? Um, Coffee, if you have to go there, which is totally okay. There is some water in the coffee, but I don't want to say I drank a glass of coffee, that counts as a glass of water. No, I'm not giving you permission to do that. Okay. But I will give you permission to say, okay, I had 8 ounces of coffee today. That's going to add to my minimum of 64 ounces. Okay. Um, People who say all water tastes the same do not drink enough water. Amen, sister. I can tell you, like, I didn't even know I was a water snob until recently, but I know for sure. Like sometimes when I go to restaurants back then, now I bring my own water around with me. Like I could taste like the chlorine or whatever it is in the water that they either rinse the cups with, or it could be from the tap. There are some restaurants that I like I can't drink the water. I was like, this has a taste to it. Um, so yes, and you're absolutely right. Oh God, I splashed myself. Back in the day, when I was drinking out of plastic bottled waters, there were two brands I could not drink because there's a taste to it. And am I the only one? Give me a one if you are with me here. If give me a two if you're like Rachel, I have no idea what you're talking about. No hard feelings. Dasani, I cannot drink Dasani. And that was the brand that was at my college. That was the only water bottle brand at the college. I could not drink it because I could taste it had a taste to it. Um, what's another one that has a taste? It's either I think Arrowhead is Arrowhead the plastic bottle that I can't drink. Um, there's another one that I'm like I taste the plastic in it. Okay, thank you guys. So I'm not totally crazy. Yes, guys, some plain water is how I'm wiping my glasses because I splashed myself in water. If you didn't splash yourself in the face with your own water bottle today, you're not drinking enough water. See? Oh my God, Kelly, one immediately thought of it. Dasani. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I was just like, I cannot. I was like, I can't. I like there was right. Uh, oh, I did not know it. Thank you. That makes sense now. So Lori says purified water has baking soda in it. Amen. Don't get me started on this. Let me see. Just let's you know what? Even better, if you guys have a water bottle, flip it around. If it has more than one ingredient than water, like that is not water. Um I'm all about alkaline water right now. 9.5 is what our body likes in terms of a pH. But what I do not like, again, because whatever, I'm just one person, not the government. These people are making alkaline water by adding baking soda to it, right? Because baking soda makes everything a little basic. But I'm not big on that because you're adding chemical to you're adding a natural thing to your body. So I'm curious. I'm going to go on Google right now, and I want to see just what is in Dasani water. I want to see if they have. Oh, see, here we go. That is why. Okay, no wonder. So I'm looking at Google right now. It says it's purified water that they add magnesium sulfate to it, potassium chloride, and salt. So the water is purified. Okay, thank you. Magnesium added for taste, and potassium added for taste. Oh gosh, that's why I can't stand it. Let me see. I want to see the back of a bottled water. Okay. Okay, here ingredients. It does say magnesium, potassium, and salt. Minerals added for taste. Okay, there we go. We solved it. Thank you, Lori. No wonder I didn't. Oh my gosh. See? Okay. It's like why water's not supposed to have taste. That's why it has taste. Okay, we're not crazy, guys. It took me this long to learn. I was this years old. I was this old when I figured it out that Dasani adds salt, potassium, and magnesium, all of which you can get in foods. So no need to add more to your water. The only reason why you would add that water is if you are like not eating enough, like you're malnourished or you have a certain diet restriction. And I'm talking about people with chronic illnesses here, okay? There are some people who cannot eat certain things because of medicine or because they can't for a certain reason. And so it's just, you don't need to add it. Thank you. So, Lori is sending purified water has been treated to remove most impurities such as chemicals and minerals. Amen. So there is definitely a thing called purified water. Purified water, they strip the water of all its natural electrolytes. So I get it. So they clean it and they take everything good out of it, but then so they add stuff to it so that you know it increase it makes it more nourishing, I guess, or in this case, taste. I don't like that. Salt. People do not need salt. More salt in this. There's enough salt, and salt obviously is a water absorber. So it's like you're drinking the water, but you're adding salt to your body. So not only are you going to hold on to the water that you drink in a natural way, right? Because I know it when when you eat a salty dish the night before, don't you feel bloated? You'll feel a little heavier. You feel more thirsty because that's your body. Your body tells you what it needs, okay? So it's just like you drink all this water, but you hold on to it because your body is trying to naturally filter the salt out, right? It's trying to help you pass it by over the number one or number two, or you sweat it out, you cry it out. Um, your body will excrete it's the naturalness, right? So yeah, crazy. Sue says, on very hot days, what do you suggest to drink to replenish electrolytes? Again, fruit, right? Just I love what I do in the winter, in the summer. I take grapes, right? I stick them in my freezer. And it's such, tell me if you've done this, guys, or if this is something new. This is something I share with my kids, and eating a frozen grape is such a treat. Like, and the texture when it explodes in your mouth, like it's because it doesn't truly stay hard or frozen, just because of the natural way that it's made. It kind of like crumbles. I don't even Crumble's not even the right word, but when you eat a slushy and it just like melts, but there's texture to it. So frozen. Hi Angie, good morning, my friend. We're talking about water and the importance of it. And here I am over my time. That's okay. I'm gonna wrap it up. Let me just make sure. But so on hot days, definitely fruits does well, right? Um, in terms of electrolytes, just to and if you need to make popsicles out of your spa water. What? That's a new thing for me. Make popsicles out of your spa water. So I gave you tips on how to make it tastier, right? In terms of making your own spa water. If taste is what's holding you back, right? I talked about why it's important to drink water at least 64 ounces because your body is like 70% water and it needs to be hydrated, okay? And it's linked to how you feel, how you taste, your mood. It's like if you're having signs of dehydration, then that means it's too late, right? Signs of dehydration, cotton mouth, tiredness, um, your mood is changing, your energy is changing, you're constipated, right? Your cracked lips. Those are all like late signs of like, I need water. So, unfortunately, people wait too long for that, right? Also, some pro tips that we talked about, like drinking water right before eating, can help with losing weight, right? So it can also help your sugar cravings, right? So when we have sugar cravings, we're supposed to be eating the sugar with fruit. And because in the fruit there's water, so your body tells you what you need. Um, and some of the tips that I said to help you, right? One is having a prepared water bottle at the bedside. After giving praise and asking for the gifts of the day and saying what's up to my mom, I I drink that water, right? At least two glasses. Connecting a habit with a habit, maybe getting a water tracker, right, to help you. And also forgot to mention this. Like there's so many apps out there. I'm gonna find one that really works well. I'm hoping to find a community app, um, so that it dings you like every top of the hour. Drink some water. Ice cubes. Amen. Hello. Right. Why add to it? Also, I forgot to mention, guys, with the electrolytes, when I lost like 25 pounds in 2020, was it 2021, 2022, because I had to remove sugar and all that stuff. Pickle juice has all the electrolytes that you need. So whenever clients came to me saying they were cramping, it's because they weren't getting the potassium and the electrolytes they needed. So I encourage them to eat a pickle. And if you don't like pickles, which is a form of a cucumber, which I recently learned, I know, guys, like the last like 2 years, because I do not like cucumbers. I can't eat it, but I can put it in my drink, or I can eat it in my Greek food, like in a salad. But I will not just eat a cucumber. Like some people could just eat cucumbers. Um, but I would encourage them to eat a pickle or drink the pickle juice because, again, the pickle, cucumber, mainly made of water, but because the pickles have natural electrolytes in it, it usually does the tip. So pickle juice. Lori says, and we're going to wrap it up with this. God created water for us to drink. Why do we need to add chemicals to it? If need chemicals, He wouldn't have put them in there, right? So that is very, 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 very true. All right, friends. So give me a one if you found something helpful or a tip to help you, be more aware of loving yourself with water. Okay. If you need to name your hydro cup, name it. I'm like, I gotta go visit Nancy, and that's what I mean by drinking. Oh, I mean, we named the toilet the John, right? Right. I gotta go visit the John. Let's start something simple and name your hydro cup. I need to go visit somebody to give you that cue, right? Thank you guys for all those ones. And like my goal is to make a bigger impact in your lives, guys. And I'm starting something simple, simple habits, and drinking water is one of them. I'm such a huge proponent of it. And let's not get me into like drinking Kangen water. And if you want more information, because that's the other business that I'm now just focusing on, like, hello, Michelle, it totally aligns with who you are. I don't know why you put it in the back end for so long, but that's okay. God, I got your message. I got it. Right. Now let's all get to sipping. Like Kelly said, I'm going to sip as I say ta-ta for the day. You got this. Come into my community, come and join, and I will bring you on in, where we are cheering each other on, to stay accountable. So, if accountability is something that you crave or something that you need to stay on track with things, because that's for sure who I am. Um, um, Thank you, Colleen. I'm going to message you about the water. Thank you for the reminder. Um, Press join, and I'll bring you in on the community. Some of you guys are in it and you don't even know. But I'll promise to show up more. Again, we are in this process of transitioning, and thank you guys so much for just doing this journey with me. And I can't wait to like serve you. Like, can you guess? Like, yes, we're in month 3, but at the end of the year, I'm going to focus on a habit or tools and give you tools to help you habits. Like, who you're probably not going to recognize yourself in December 2025, right? We're going to start with water. Next month, we're going to talk about 10 minutes of movement, right? And I'm going to bring in my trainer. I'm paying for her. I'm going to give you free access to her. Okay. Because yes, I did not lose weight, but I lost 10 inches in her 6-week program. And I signed up for her 12 inches for her 12 inches. Yeah, let's get there too. Her 12 months or 12 weeks. I'm going to bring her in, and she's okay with it because she wants to make an impact with more people. And that's why I bring these people to you guys, because the bigger picture is what it's important to us, not this picture, right? The connection and relationships has always been a number one for me, for you guys, not this. Not for you guys to buy a bag for me. That's what that's what brought us together. But that's it, right? Lori, I'll bring you in. It's called the 1% Better Club. The 1% Better Club, because we're trying to get 1% better. So with that, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. You're gonna feel amazing. I feel amazing because I at least have 16 ounces of water in. Let's get it. Let's get it in. God's not done with you, right? God's not done with me. And you guys are like literally witnessing me perform his duties through me. And that is going to be the blessing I'm going to take for today to get started, because I woke up today saying, Mom, ready for the blessings that you're going to bless me with me today. God, what you got for me, right? Wake up, drink my water. This is it. Okay. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Don't forget to change your clocks. Don't forget to change your clocks. And we're going to see more sunshine. So, amen to that. And ta ta for now. Cheers. Okay, let's get sipping, Callie. Oh, yeah, water for Lent. Oh, gosh, I totally forgot about that. Lent started Wednesday, but don't worry if you're a little late. Today starts your 40-day. And all, even including my kids, we started something for Lent, something for physical and health. So I'm giving up sugar because I love sugar. Um, daughter's giving up candy, you know, and we're also going to be moving. We're going to take hikes almost every day, movement every day, exercising every day. My son already works out with me because he sees me, but um, we are going to Yosemite for spring break, which is the day after Easter. And it's that would be a great way to like praise Lord, because now we get to do a hike and they are not going to be complaining that they're going to be tired, that their feet hurt. My cardiovascular is going to be up to par. I'm not going to be short of breath. I'm not going to need rest because we've been working for it. All right, guys. Cheers to y'all. Ta ta for now. Bye.